got through talking with Coach about, players moving around different positions and everything. It looks like you may be playing a lot at the 6. What do you think about that? Have you played there before with your other international dude or anything like that? And what do you think about holding midfield?
Yeah, so it's obviously it's different. I've had a bunch of time here at Florida State in the attacking mid position, but I think like the way that we're structured as a program, you're not just an attacker. You're always going to defend, and you always learn those principles. And I think the coaches here definitely embedded those principles of defending within us. So a lot of stuff that I learned here I already kind of knew as playing as the attacking mid, but obviously Brian mentioned when he came in and he was just talking to players in our individual meeting, he mentioned, have I ever played more so as holding or in the back line. And when I was over in England, I played a couple games. I actually got called up to the first team for Brighton playing as like a center back. So I had some type of experience there. Obviously not much. I played maybe one game with them, and then I played more of a holding player like for the rest of the season. So I've definitely had some experience, but now putting it into play and actually learning different things, it's definitely been different, a transition, but I think I'm enjoying it. I like it. Yeah,
good.
For sure.
How much are you just looking forward to getting out on the field and playing a game after the last few months?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the biggest thing. We're all excited. Obviously, on the road, we have a couple games. I think we're just ready to play, get some proper, outside competition in, and just play. I think we're all excited to just see how the dynamic works with the new coaches and the coaching staff, and seeing, what works best for us, how best we are motivated, and just coming together and now being able to implement everything we've learned in the past, from everything from Mark and Mike and Nima and them, and now being able to facilitate all that new stuff that we're learning from Brian and Aaron and Bobby as well. So definitely exciting.
Brian's system seems to be one that allows you guys to get free flowing and move forward and pretty direct. Yep. How excited are you about that, and how is your position going to be able to assist that?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think he knows the quality that we have in our attacking, and he just allows us to be able to have freedom. And I think one of the best things, it's been a comfortable environment. We've been able to be brave, and he talks a lot about gumption, having gumption, and going into his office and just like ask questions. I've never played. I was playing, sometimes as a center back. I never played there before in my life. I don't know how to jockey and do all these things with your feet and stuff. Just asking questions, and he's definitely willing to give us the advice that we need, and also just know that we're good players. We've been here. We're obviously bringing national championships. Kind of know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And he just allows us to have freedom, like he mentioned, like Beata and Jenna and Clara. These are veteran players who played for a long time, and we kind of know how. I think especially within that diamond in the midfield, we kind of have played with each other for a while, so we know how each other like to be played, to our feet or over the top, whatever it is. So I think it's definitely a lot of, I think it should be good up there.
Big road trip too. I mean, everyone would like to open at home, but you guys are going on the road. I mean, what do you hope to learn about this team within this next week?
I think it's going to be just exciting to I think we all know what the goal is every year, and that's obviously to compete for these different championships. And I think that's something that over the preseason it definitely was embedded within us, and now it's just being able to go out there and just put all the pieces together and now be able to perform. So I think we're just excited. Obviously, it's on the road. Play Thursday, turn around and play Georgia, and I think we're excited. Obviously, 2 really good teams to start off the campaign, and we're just ready to I think just show ourselves again. Yeah.
What have you enjoyed and appreciated the most with working with Coach Pence?
I think I definitely appreciate. I think Clara mentioned it in a statement she made. When he first came here, I think that day, and they flew him in. He knew 85% of the team off by name, and he had experiences with us in whether it was recruiting or just past or just simply just been watching Florida State, so he knew our names, he knew our positions, he knew different qualities that we each had, and it was special. I don't think we were all expecting that from a coach coming in, and he's obviously being put in a tough position. Like he said, he's not coming in here to just an average program. He's coming into a really, really good program, and he's done well. He's made us all comfortable, and like I said about that whole being able to have a coach that is also just a really good person, that you feel comfortable asking questions and receiving feedback from, and he's willing to do so, and he's brought some really good people in who are also able to do that, so it should be good.
You have a lot of really young players in the back, and especially without Lauren for at least a couple games. How important is it going to be for you as a 6 to be able to really help your team and team defend?
Yes, definitely. I think, you know, just stepping up to the plate in different leadership roles, and just understanding, like, you know, my responsibilities are different than the previous years. And obviously that 6, you kind of need to be, you know, that strong leader who's been able to obviously both attack and defend. You know, Jaelin Howell is a perfect example. You know, I was able to, you know, have her as a teammate for the last 3 years, and it's definitely been something. I'm able to learn different things about her, and now trying to be like, you know, what would Jaelin do in like certain situations. So that's been good. And you know, I think, yeah, it's just important. Obviously, a young back line, a new back line, but a really good back line. And obviously Christina, she's been able to use her voice and being able to control that back line. But I think it should be good, and we'll definitely have some experience and being able to obviously just get some really good film, you know, from the next few days. Obviously playing in Carolina and then over to Georgia.
Been able to pick it, Jalen's brain at all?
Pardon?
Have you been able to pick Jalen's brain at all and learn from her a little bit? It's one of the best ever.
Yeah, I know, and it's cool. It's like I'm obviously a really good friend of mine, so I just see like myself. If I have something, I have questions, I think she'll always be open to be able to, you know, answer questions that I may have of that 6th position. So.